Should we tell everybody what these girls have been up to?
Sure.
Should we tell them how much trouble chickens can get into? If it was not for laying eggs and providing food, that they could be somewhere else, huh?
Yep, they could be anyway. I don't eat that many eggs.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, but well, here's the deal, folks. Those birds have gotten every morning a bad habit of getting up here on the porch. And how many of them were up there this morning?
Well, all of them that are right there, they were on the porch.
And they made a mess. Grandma was not happy. But you bought these. You know, we've got scat mats, right? In the little uh-oh, sorry about that, Mama. And you bought these things.
Yes.
Those are, I tell you what, look at that. That is evil looking. That is just wicked. Are you trying to poke holes in the bottom of their feet?
Yes.
Man, so what she did this morning after they got up there, she'd had these for a day or two, and so she put those up, and it keeps them off. They don't like it. You're happy about it, aren't you? You're not even, you know I'm filming, right?
I do know that.
Okay,
I'm just, anything that I say is going to be on film, so I don't want to, you know.
What? Oh, there they go. Mom and baby. But anyway, we've been having a problem with them getting up on the porch, so I did I haven't yet, but I typed in YouTube videos how to keep your chickens off the porch and off the deck and so forth. So I'm gonna take a look and see what you can do on a more permanent basis, because those will work there. But if you have, like if our delivery people come up.
I know. I
either
got to
gotta
beat
figure
the
out-
delivery people back over here when we get done so that they don't have to step over them. Or, you know, if they knew they were there, it's okay.
Yeah, well, they probably would figure it out once they stepped on them. I mean, they're going to have shoes on, but they may think they're not supposed to get on the porch. I'm going to watch some videos tonight after we do this, and we'll figure it out, all right?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. It's okay.
It's
all
okay.
right.
Yeah, well, it wasn't okay. Because
Yeah.
it wasn't just chicken poo, it was chicken pee. And I've learned that chicken pee is worse than the poo. You
Really?
know, big old, yeah, it's gross. Don't follow me. Don't follow me, ladies.
Oh, hey guys. Grandma and Grandpa Doss, Grandpa Doss Farms. Hey, the end of May, I got a jacket on. It's cool today out here. Had some rain last night. We're supposed to have some here in about an hour or so. And oh goodness. Now, good part about it is in about 6 or 7 days, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 blast off, it's going to be in the 80s, mid 80s. So I'm looking forward to that. I know you're not, but
No.
I am.
You know, your planter that you did looks really good.
Yeah, I did the green one. Yeah, I don't know. I got the green thumb thing going on there. I'm not sure. Yours is okay.
It's okay.
Yeah,
but
well, I tell you what it is. Well, I don't know what it is. I got ready to try to get myself out of that, and I didn't. Look, here's our new 7. Look.
hey, these are, yeah.
See them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There they are. They all hang out together. They're chasing bugs. They're having a bug chase.
Did you get strawberries?
Get them. I didn't get any. Oh, you know what we ought to do?
What?
We need to pick some and take them to the piggies.
Okay.
Wow, look at that. Not an egg in there. Yeah, hang on. Let's see if you got any under you, Missy? There's 1. There's 2. Excuse me. Hang on. There's 2. Let me find you. Well, listen. I know. I'm sorry. There's another one. Wait, hang on a minute. You're hoarding eggs, you little girl. There's 4.
Want me to hold that?
Yep. Let me see if she's got any under here. How many are you sitting on? I hope about 8. We got a few under here.
Should be at least 4 or 5.
Yeah, here's 1, 2, 3. Hang on, you got any more? Come on, rise and shine. Well, sorry. There's another one. We good? Okay. What? Don't get mad at me. Well, that's what, 8?
Yep.
You got any over there? I don't see any. That's what we've been kind of averaging. You girls need to get on out. I'll come back and get you here in a little bit. You can get out and stretch your legs. Usually if I leave this open, they get out. So I'm going to leave that open for right now.
All right.
Well, thank you for the 8, girls, whoever did it. Just for that, you can stick around, okay? But stay off of Grandma's porch. Quit pooing on the porch. I've told you and told you and told you. She don't like it. All right, we're going to get some strawberries for those pigs. We're not eating all of our strawberries. You know what? There's no way. So we'll get some strawberries for the piggies.
Yep.
By the way, in this video, we're going to address a couple of things. Probably number one is last video we showed you that we had we had picked out, or thought we'd picked out, a storm shelter 2 videos ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last video, because Chad had and the boys, we talked to Chad and we talked to the other boys. We decided, or they decided, we decided to go a different route. And so I tell you what, let's show that right now.
Okay.
So we'll show you what we did this morning, and then we'll continue on.
Okay.
The second thing is this, and I'll surprise you before the rock and talk. We'll just leave them hanging. Just leave them hanging. Okay? Stick around. Well, we told everybody that the boys made us change our minds, right?
Right.
Because what were we going to do?
We were going to put one in the ground.
We're going to put one in the ground, but the boys said you're way too old and elderly, and you'll never be able to get down the stairs. You'll never be able to get the dogs down there. And Matt decided that the worst case scenario would be if a tornado hit between the time we headed out the back door and the stairs, and we wouldn't make it at all. So the safe room would mean nothing. So we came this morning to Atlas. This is an awesome facility. In fact, you got a little bit of a story. Don't tell it yet. Hold on.
All right. We'll do it
But these are the Atlas safe rooms, and this is the 4x6, which we originally were going to go with, right? You know, my plan is not to be in a safe room very long, so I don't need a bed. I ain't going to spend the night in there or anything like that. I'm going to get in, let the storm, tornado, whatever it is, pass. And if something falls on this sucker, I'm going to have an automatic wrench, DeWalt, and I'm just going to start throwing bolts right and left to get out, right? So what we decided to do, instead of a 4x6, we're going with this 4x4 right here. Now the cool part is, here's the cool part, and that's Earl. See Earl in there? Say hi, Earl. How you doing? That's Earl.
I have to at least say, that used to be my office that Earl's sitting in.
Yeah. This whole thing right here used to be where Kyle and Matt had a computer store.
Yep.
And this has been like
DOS
12,
Bros.
13 years ago.
DOS Bros.
It's called DOS Bros.
Yeah.
And so now Earl and Atlas took over. Really nice facility. But you know what the cool part about these is? This is a 4x4, which we're
4.5 by 4.5.
I beg your pardon.
I'm sorry, 4 foot 5 inches.
So yeah, get that right.
4 foot 5
That's kind of like our 8.3 acres. There you go. But this is a 4x4, and instead of being like a 4x6, a little bit more narrow, this will give us seem like a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
So we can get in here.
Ralph just has to remember to duck.
Yeah. And I have to duck a little bit. Well, I'm good here. It's got these ridges. But the good part about this one, all these bolts can be taken off. I mean, we can pop this side door, whatever I want to do. And I know they got these things by hand, but I'm going to bring my DeWalt. I'll keep the proper size socket right here, and then I can take these things off quickly if we have to. Or the boys can get to us after Matt goes to McDonald's. You know what I mean? It's like you said, whose turn is it? But see, it's got these little lights in here, but no, we won't have those. We'll put those little automatic lights like I got in the chicken coop. But the good part about it is that if you decided, let's say sometime down the road we weren't living there for whatever reason, somebody can add feet to this.
Another panel.
Yeah, they can add panels. They can go from a 4x4 clear over to this great huge 6x6 right there, okay? But my plan is not to be in there very long. So all we do, get a couple of chairs, we get the dogs in there, we'll have to somehow, the cats with a crate or something, I don't know what we'll do.
We'll figure it
You
out.
know what I mean? But anyhow, this is Atlas Safe Room, and that's what we're gonna go with. I'm pleased with the decision.
Me too.
They're still about 7-8 weeks out, which that's about normal, that's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we'll have it there. Again, up until this point, moving in this other house, we've always had basements. We've had a couple of situations come up, like the time that I went to work out, and that bad storm come up and tornado warnings, and it would have been nice to have a safe room at that time. We would have definitely got in it then.
Well, I would if you weren't there. You left.
I risked my life to come home to you. Remember that. All right.
Okay,
Okay. Earl, appreciate you, buddy. That's Earl Spillman, everybody. So if you
Appreciate you.
come to Joplin or you're in the area, what's your outreach from here? How far out do you put these safe rooms in from Joplin?
So we go all over the United States. We've got safe rooms in probably 39, 40 states right now.
Okay.
So we've got them in homes, businesses, school districts.
How about out of Joplin? I mean, what's your reach? If somebody was, like if they were in Miami or Nevada.
Anywhere.
Yeah, we go anywhere and install it, sell and install them.
But to come see you.
To come see me, they can come see me here. Locally, we travel out about 2 or 3 hours if we have
Oh,
to do
okay.
a
That's
site
what
visit.
there you go.
Yeah,
There you
so
go.
I can come to your location, look at your
Oh, yeah.
situation, and we can
Awesome.
figure out where the best place to put it if you can't figure it out.
Okay.
And stuff. So our goal is to make sure we have every person, every home covered with a safe room.
Yeah.
I just found out this morning that Missouri's had more tornadoes warnings and tornadoes this year than any other state so far in 2025. So that's
No
a
kidding.
crazy statistic. But
Well, I'm glad we did what we did. But we appreciate your help, Earl. Earl is no pressure. He knows that everybody needs a safe room if you don't have somewhere to go. So it's just a matter of coming to terms, as a family or as a couple or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
We're local. We're manufactured right here in Joplin, Missouri. So everything's made in Joplin, and Joplin, we know about tornadoes.
Oh my
So,
goodness. Absolutely.
We're made right here in Joplin, and we go out all over the United States and put them in.
All right, man. Thank you, Earl. Appreciate
Thanks a lot. We
you.
appreciate y'all.
Thanks.
Thanks.
So we are really glad about that decision, aren't we, Ma?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're really relieved that 4x4 will be fine. And now we're picking some strawberries for the piggies. But we've got so many strawberries that we cannot keep them all picked. So we thought, you know what? Picked and eaten anyway. So we're going to give some
Well, some of them are
to the pigs.
get kind of rotten before you.
Yeah,
chance
well, we
to eat
don't,
'em.
It's been raining so much
I know.
and they're on the ground after from here, We do come out and pick some, but it's like overnight, they just grow like crazy.
There's not as many right now, though. I'm wondering if maybe they've stopped.
Well, I got a few over here. They're not super ripe. I know that we got a lot in here, but yeah, there's a bunch down in the bottom, and some of them do get rotten before we can get out here and pick them. That's kind of a problem. Uh-oh, we can give some of the chickens too. We won't have to give them all to the pigs, but okay. Yeah, some of them can be thrown outside for the deer and the antelope. Well, the chickens will eat them.
That's what I've been doing, is throwing them out to them.
Chickens will get them. While Grandma's finishing up some of the picking of the strawberries, here's our tomatoes. Boy, I tell you, we've had a lot of rain. Hello, Mags. Hey, buddy. What's up, man? Camera shy. Those are cherry tomatoes. These, see that little one there? And this one here, these were just growing from last year. They dropped their seeds and they grow, so I didn't want to throw them away. So I'm going to have tons of tomatoes this year. Tons of tomatoes, but everything's really coming up great. I don't even know what that is right there. It's either cantaloupe or pumpkin, I think.
Does it look like this? These are watermelon.
Those are no, I've only got 2 watermelon. That's the
Okay.
only watermelon. The zucchini, I tell you what, you can't fail growing zucchini. There's no way. These are also cherry tomatoes. And actually those are big boy tomatoes, I think, back there. This could be the pumpkin right here. That might be the pumpkin. And then our corn, that's so good, 8 inches tall maybe. The corn's going great, so we're pretty excited. Grandma's rose bush. Yeah, this is the one here. That is going really good, isn't it? I like it.
Yeah.
The rose moss blooms good up on top, not so much on the bottom. Maybe next time we don't, the rose moss may be overshadowed by the petunias. You wonder?
I don't know.
Don't know. Anyhow, but this is good.
It is.
That's going really good.
Just from a distance, yours looks really nice.
I wish that rose moss would take off. Maybe when the sun is consistent and warm.
It's definitely more of a
Well,
dry.
okay. Well, that we haven't had. All right. Let's see if they come out. Now there's the little ones here. Come on, let's go. Come here. Where's everybody? Wormies. Wormies. You know what? They're on the other side of the house, aren't they?
Probably on the porch.
Some of them are going to miss out. Hey,
You know what though? Maybe with the little ones, the younger ones here, you can get them to get involved.
yeah.
Throw
That's
some
true,
wormies
that's
out
true.
there to kind of give them an idea of what you're doing.
You mean explain the Wormy Dance? Listen, we do the Wormy Dance now, okay? Come over here. Nothing. Guess what? You get the spoils. You get spoiled today, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Dun, 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 dun.
Yep, I knew that was going to happen.
Da-da-da. Da-da. I scared them off.
Yeah, I know.
Just
That's
like
why
I
I
scared
said,
a lot
throw
of
'em
people,
some
huh?
worms first.
Da-da-da. Da-da. There we go. You locked Mama Kitty in the garden. Here we go, girls. Come on. Oh look, there's the new ones. Here they come. Here they come. There we go. Come on. There they are. Come on.
Come here, Mama.
Mags, I thought you was
Come
on the
here.
other side. I know there's a lot of girls on the other side.
Come here.
Magneto, don't do that.
Come on.
There's one of the little ones that usually stays in. Come on, girls. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Come here.
Come on out.
There we
Come
go. I guess the
girl.
other 4 new ones are where they're at. There you go, Sam. They still think that when I do this and throw that I'm like
No,
hitting them with something, so they're kind of
It's okay.
scared of that, but they'll get there. They'll learn. Here we go, guys and girls. Say, well, but Mama, see, Grandma locked me up, Dad. See, Mom locked me up, Dad. I couldn't get out. I was going to have to spend the night in the garden. No, we'd have got you. That's a good girl. All right. The new ones at night now. Last night was the first night in, I think, 4 nights of getting them in the big coop that they went in before it got real dark. And I didn't have to like run them, you know what I mean? Everybody else was already in, and they went right on in with everybody else. So that was pretty cool. So they're getting there. It's been a very slow process.
I think they're going to be bigger than some of these out here, so I'm hoping just like this little one that just ran her off. Is that one of the Bantams that's broody?
Yeah, that's one of the little ones. I got her out. The Wyandottes are going to be big. Welsh Summers aren't going to be too big. They're kind of a thinner, lighter bird, so.
Are you taking your afternoon nap?
There we go.
Huh? You've been sleeping a lot lately. Sleeping on the job. At least out here, you're the guard duty, cat guard duty, sorta, when you're not sleeping.
Did Baby tell you she caught a mouse this morning and yesterday underneath the
she?
food things? And here's the thing. When there's a mouse under there, she knows it. Her behavior is different. She just like freezes like, Dad, lift it up. And every time she's been right.
Wow.
If there's no mouse and she don't smell it, she just kind of like take her leave.
Just waits for you to lift it and
Yeah,
then walks
just
off.
wait. But she's very aggressive when she knows one's there. So I'm 100% sure every time I'll know when there's a mouse.
That's pretty cool.
She's got 2 in a row. Mama got a big one this week too. Boo boo. I don't have anything extra. No, I don't. I do not. You've already eaten. Yep. You guys ready to go down and feed pigs? Give them some strawberries. Yep. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Everybody else is eating hay. They've been really going through a lot of hay. I may have to give them some more. Tell you what, it's with the clouds and all that, you said something about it being dark down here, and it kind of is,
Yep.
you know? It is dark. Is everybody else coming? No? Here they come. Uh-oh. Say, look out, don't leave us out. Come on. Say, come on. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Yeah. So you can't leave us out. Oh, no. No, no, no.
Buddy.
That's all right. Come on, Gizmo. Go on. Do I hear thunder? Or
I don't know.
trucks? I either hear thunder or trucks. Could be big trucks.
You'll hear it before I will.
I'll be glad when it dries out.
Me too.
You know what? Yeah, this kind of,
Starting to think it's not going to.
man. I think what we're going to do is go ahead and top off dinner with the strawberries.
Where's their whipped cream?
Yeah, yeah. That's all they need. all they
Bisquick
need.
shortbread.
Ooh,
Sounds good, doesn't it?
I know. Where's my Bisquick and shortbread?
Well, you just fed him the strawberries, so we'll have to get more.
Girls, can I get these back out? Say, nope, Dad, too late. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh man, don't that look good though?
Does look good.
That looks edible.
We'll see whether they go for the pellets or the
Yeah,
strawberries
the strawberries.
first.
Here, let's do this right. Here we go. Okay. What do you think, girls? They're not being picky, man. They're taking it all down at the same time.
Yeah, they are.
Oh boy, strawberries and piggy food. Oh, that's good stuff, Dad, Mom. Thank you. You already got yours just about. Well, you're dropping them everywhere, Livy. Good stuff. What? Oh, there you go. How's that?
She knows what those strawberries are. She's looking for every
Listen.
bite of strawberry first.
Yeah, you're going to get plenty of strawberries. Maybe. Oh, well, she don't like to be on. She doesn't want to eat on camera.
Nope, she wants
see
to
that?
have her
Yeah.
back into you.
Yeah. She got a little tail wag going on though. If you're happy about it.
Can you throw those in without her biting your hand?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. She's
There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's close,
she
wasn't it?
knows.
Yeah.
Says, hey, those are mine.
Oh, that's good stuff. Oh, we like that. Thank you. Be plenty more where that came from, okay? All right, girls, enjoy. Hey. Oh, mosquito right bit me on the back of the head. Come here, boys. All right, here you go, Gizmo. Oh, what's the horn? What's the horns, man?
Blood
You
on your
guys.
nose.
Here, boo-boo. Okay, buddy.
Abu.
Boo, 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 boo.
Oh,
Come
take
on.
care of your little one, would you?
I will. I'm gonna put a little fly spray on
Just
here.
stand up.
Did we show you guys just a while ago? The other day we did Fly Rid Plus. Yeah. Seems to be working. But what I do is
I don't have any
put it on
food.
this glove.
I'm trying to groom you. He could care less. He just wants
Yeah.
more food.
And then I kind of just pet them back here, get it on their ears, right here like that, and then
You're a pain.
kind of like that on their noses.
You're a
How's that?
pain,
Is that
you
okay,
are.
Bubba? Hmm?
Don't bite. I don't know what's wrong with this one, but he's just,
He's, I think he thinks you got something to eat. Good boy. Mom, we're gonna brush this. So I go put some on Sissy.
Abu, Abu, Abu.
That's your
Say goodbye,
child, not
Abu. We're
mine.
gonna have to put the camera on the other side.
Hey, don't tell anybody. Don't tell nobody. It's a secret. Okay. What do you think he's? Think he's enjoying that?
He
So,
seems to be.
Mom, thank you, Boo Boo.
He doesn't like it
you're
when I
good.
try to get those sticky things out, but
Yeah.
get that mud off your paw. Ah.
Look how handsome you are. Man, oh man, you look good, buddy. Yeah. You're like the Lion King, huh? Look at you.
Sam, pretty spectacular.
Yep, sure is. Uh-oh, look out. Cece hears it.
All right, you ready? She's squawking because she can't get over
Sophia's
here.
mad at you. She can't get over the porch.
Breaks my heart.
Look, she's mad.
I know.
She wants to come this way, she can't.
She can if
wait
she
a
wants to
minute.
poke her feet.
You know the pillow you brought? Say, get ready, Mom. Get ready, you know who's coming. Come here, Mama. There you go. Hey, where you been? See, we can't
Come
do
here.
a walk and talk without you.
Come here. Miss Kitty. Come here. I got your brush. Oh, you're wet.
We want you to watch this video. I'd mentioned earlier we had something for you that pertained to something we showed last time on the last video about feeding the deer. So watch this really quick. Be right back and we'll finish our rock and talk. We had some comments about me feeding the deer and a couple of emails asking me not to feed the deer. Please don't feed the deer. And came from folks that have been with us a long time, very nice, not being critical whatsoever, but I thought that I would explain today why it actually is okay for me to feed the deer corn. And better to illustrate that, I'm going to go somewhere that I haven't been in a long time. Those of you who've been with me for a while, Grandma and I, you're going to recognize this place. I haven't been over here in a couple of years, but I'm going to use to illustrate a point as to why I think it's okay to feed deer corn, and I hope afterwards you'll better understand that. So let's take a ride. Yep, we're going to get to go on a four-wheeler today. I'm going to take you out there across that field. Now y'all know that's where we had the Beefy Boys, a couple other steers, and we had June and Tessie out there when Chad had animals here on this place. So we're going to tear out across there, and yeah, let's have some fun. Let's go. This grass is really high right now. This is why I didn't want to walk, and I didn't want to walk all the way around out on the road, so we'll just take off this way. And out here, by the way, this is where all the deer come out and lay all night long. Most of them come to our house from here, back over there in those woods. And every morning when I come out, I'll see them get up from right around here and head over to the house. Shoot, there's probably some laying down here now. But y'all remember this? This is where the cows used to hang out once upon a time, all right around here. Wowzer, take a look at that, folks. That is beautiful. If you've been with me a while, you know that right out here is where I always get my sunrises. Remember that? It's been a couple years. I'd have got you one this morning. That was my plan, but it's cloudy. And remember right out here, that's where I used to see, oh my goodness, I'd see 20, 30, 40 deer hanging out down there in the valley. And they hang out up here. But you see what this is? You know what that is? See that corn right there? That's all corn. And every year they come out here and plant corn. Acres and acres and acres of corn as far as the eye can see. Privately owned. But I have a little bit of access to it. And so I come over here every once in a while and I'll get you a sunrise, and I need to start doing that again. But the reason I'm over here showing this corn is to kind of make a point. I want to ease the mind of those who think that I'm doing harm to those deer by giving them corn. You know, I did look it up. I always do my research. Now granted, I've not been feeding farm animals or feeding deer but maybe 4 or 5 years. But I always research things, you know that. And some of you were just saying, please, please, please don't feed the deer corn, you're going to kill them. You know, in extreme cases, maybe deer can get harmed or be harmed by eating corn, but it takes an extreme amount. It takes 3 to 5 pounds of corn to kill a deer, all right, at one time. So that being said, I don't even spread out probably 2 pounds over that entire area to feed those deer. And it's cracked corn, not whole corn. Not that that makes a difference, but they don't eat that much. They're getting very little. There is a microorganism in a deer's stomach. They are ruminants. They have one stomach, 4 chambers, just like goats, sheep, antelope, and cattle. And that microorganism breaks down hard fibrous materials that deer eat, and that would include corn. During the fall and winter time, when they don't, especially the dead of winter, when they don't have as much to eat, that microorganism is less, okay? It decreases. So I guess that would be the only time in abundance if they ate too much corn that it could do them harm. But you got to think about this. All this corn out here. And I've been over here many, many times and saw deer, right? I've never seen a dead deer laying out here from eating too much corn. And they have access to this all the time after the ears come on. They come out here, they eat this corn, and they'll eat it, all the leftovers, after the corn is harvested, okay? And I read articles, and there's corn all over the country, right? But to me, about the only time I see any dead deer is when they go from one cornfield to the other trying to get across the road, and they get hit, or they get hunted. But I never hear of any deer dying from eating too much corn. Maybe it happened, it has happened, or they probably wouldn't talk about it. But it's very, very extremely rare, if at all. I looked up articles where guys have said, man, I've done this for years. I've hunted, I give them corn. And he said, I've never experienced a dead deer from eating corn. So I'm not I don't think you should worry about it at all. Like I said, it would take a lot of corn for one deer to be harmed. And my deer come out, they eat a little bit in the morning, they may come back out at 1 o'clock, get a few leftovers, and then in the evening if there's any left. So I just did this kind of illustrate a point, because if you think about how many deer come out here and eat this corn, and they're not dying. They're not out here, they're not dying. All right, they're not eating that much. And in fact, I think a deer probably knows when enough is enough, to be honest with you. So don't worry about the deer eating corn. All right, and I'm going to continue to feed them. I appreciate the emails. Some of them came from, and comments that came from folks who've been with us a long time. They were very nice, very sweet, gracious. But I just felt like I needed to explain that in a little bit more detail. If you think about how much corn is sold every year and the reason they sell it, to attract deer. Got me? All right. I want to show you something else while I'm out here. If y'all remember, y'all know what hemlock is? You ever seen a hemlock plant? I'm talking about the nasty poisonous stuff that if ingested can kill you. Right here, look at that. This is hemlock right here. This has been out here for years. It gets 6-8 feet tall. That's probably almost 7 feet tall. See that? If you ever see this right here, it's got the purple. See that purple right there? Now to touch it, if you get the leaves, and in all parts, the stem, the flowers, any leaves, all that can cause a serious rash. Similar, I think, to maybe worse, poison ivy, poison oak, and so forth. Nasty, nasty stuff. I didn't know that the first year I came out. I think one of y'all saw it and told me, said, hey, Ralph, that's hemlock. It's just growing everywhere right here. Now you know, I think it's okay to feed the deer, and we're going to continue to feed the deer. But I showed them the deer, and I showed them that hemlock. Remember that hemlock?
Oh yeah,
Oh
forgot
man,
about
it's down
that.
there. Oh, that stuff is just creepy looking. You know it? And I also told everybody I'm going to have to get them some sunrises. And when the sun begins to come behind, appear without the clouds, I'll go over there and try to get a couple of them.
We're gonna get rained on.
Oh, it's just barely missed, and you haven't melted for these many years, and I know I'm not melting.
You fixing your own dinner tonight?
I know what I'm making. All I got to do is push a few buttons and say, go, cook it for me. But anyhow, you also had a question real quick about the deer. Someone did, and it was just a real good, legitimate question about, any issues in our state with feeding deer.
Oh, Jasper County has very few cases of the CWDs, whatever
Close
that
enough,
is.
Mom.
But because of that, they don't want you feeding the deer unless it's within 100 feet of your residence or a building of some sort.
So we are spot on.
So we're spot on.
And
We're
I
okay.
Yeah, and I spread it out. They're not all eating a little cluster, a little group. So as
Well,
I told them, go ahead.
We've mentioned before that, the boys are friends with the conservation guy around here.
Mm-hmm.
And Chad calls all the time or texts him whatever he does because they're pretty good friends and
Yeah.
ask questions for us because he's in Oklahoma, so the rules are a little different. But
Yeah. Anyway, I think we're good on that. If you have any questions or anything like that, you can email me. But look it up. Like I said, I do the research. I'd already done it. I wouldn't be doing that. So I think we're good. We're real confident in that we made the right decision with the storm shelter. I like the 4x4. I like Atlas. They've been around. It's made right here in Joplin. And I just feel real good about how that went. So now it's going to be 7 or 8 weeks. They may call us 3 weeks from now. We don't know.
he said in 2 weeks they'd call and let us know when the install date was going to be.
Okay. Oh, really? Okay. Well,
Because they've got 3 crews working right now.
Good. Very good. That'll be good. Thank you. Oh, my word. Have you something? Little
Say
girl?
nope.
At all?
I didn't
Thank
ask
you.
to be on YouTube.
There we go. There we go. Yeah. Well, I think everybody's good. The animals are okay right now. We're looking forward to not walking in mud. The other day we had so much mud and straw. It reminded me of the scenes in I'm going to get it, Charlton Heston.
I have
The
no
Ten
idea.
Commandments.
Oh,
Oh my word. When they're down in those mud pits and they're mashing mud and straw together to build adobe houses. we could have built an adobe house down there with all that straw and hay that we mixed with that mud. I thought about that this morning when I went to feed the animals. I
Pretty
don't
bad.
know why. I don't know. Looking forward to some dry, warm weather again. But I'm not complaining at all.
Oh no.
Not complaining at all.
Did we tell him that we had a fun birthday party at Chad and Ray's?
We did have a good time at Chad and Ray's. They hosted. We had Chad and Kyle's birthdays, which are coming up
Thursday.
Thursday. So happy birthday, Chad and Kyle. Love you both. We had
Adler's,
Adler's.
even though it's early.
His is June the 5th.
And we'll have another party Sunday.
The party for him on Sunday. He'll be a big 6 years old. He graduated kindergarten. He'll be a first grader. And we did
Matt's girlfriend.
Matt's girlfriend,
We haven't given out her name yet, but
No,
it's
it's-
June 3rd.
June 3rd. And then
And
we
Ray's-
had
Ray's mom.
Ray's mom, Wendy. When was hers?
June 24th, I believe.
And we had one more. Shannon.
Yeah, I thought you said Shannon.
I did not.
Oh.
Shannon's is June the 8th.
Nope, 10th.
June the 10th, close enough. They were married on June the 8th. Got it. I just a little bit of dyslexia, that's all. So we're good there. So yeah, we had a great time.
We did.
Well, thank you for coming along, everybody. Thank you very, very much. By the way, I did want to say something about Phil Robertson, you know, Duck Dynasty, dad, father, grandfather, and Chad. He watches Duck Dynasty all the time, listens to a lot of his sermons.
His
And here
sermons.
lately, I've been listening to him, and he's very good. What I like about Phil Robertson, he doesn't beat around the bush. And if you ever watch any of his, go back on YouTube and watch him. He has a lot. They put a lot of his sermons and so forth on Instagram right now, and I went back and listened to several of them. But oh, what an amazing story, an amazing man of God. And I just, you know, he'll be missed, but God had a plan, and you know his boys will carry on. They all minister and go around preaching, and they preach the Bible, man. I mean, straight. There's no gray area. Nothing. So if you ever get a chance to hear those Duck Dynasty boys preach, Willie, especially Jace, Willie, Alan, the oldest one, listen to some of old Phil Robertson's old sermons. They're fantastic. I really like his outlook and attitude about it.
My comment back to them was that I was thankful that he didn't have to live on this earth and continue physically and mentally deteriorating. And then I had a scripture that I quoted on there.
Thing that he had several lines, several definitive, like, here's how it is. And he said, one of these days I'm going to die. And he said, we're all going to die. He said, you can't escape it. And it's very, you know, where are you going to be after you die? Where are you going to be? And he knew where he was going.
From the time that they made the announcement that he was slipping mentally, it was fairly short-lived. And I think that some of them had expressed before he passed away that he didn't want to be a burden, didn't want to be on this earth. And, you know, I can just see the man, the way he believes. He probably just asked the Lord to take him home.
He said, don't cry.
Yeah.
You know, he said, do not cry. You know, he said, don't cry for me. He said, I'm in a far better place. This before he even got sick, he was saying this. He said this for all his life. He said, I'll be in a far better place. So he said, do not cry when I'm gone. Do not cry. So he had a lot of good insights, and I appreciated that. So if you get a chance to listen to any Phil Robertson sermons and his story, it's really, really good, really good. All right, I think we're good. God bless you guys. Love you. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Y'all make it go. You make it go. Thank you for the most precious thing you could ever give us is your time and your prayers and prayers for others. God bless you. Stay strong. Pray on. Until next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Love you.
Love y'all.